G'day guys. Okay, this one is not sped up anywhere near the amount that I usually speed up my videos because I kind of feel like a bit of a hoax. Okay, I'm going to put that out there straight up. This layout I actually had in my head from when I saw this particular 6x8 paper pad, which by the way is the Simple Stories, the Simple Life 6x8 paper pad. And I used the coordinating foam sticker pack for my title. Now, I knew that with this particular lot of this paper pad, I wanted to do some layering up of the coordinating papers. That is like, when I say I'm a hoax, like legit, this comes together so simply. And I'd like to say that it's just good planning, but it's because the papers coordinate so well and they just all go together. And I had this idea in my head for ages, and since I ordered the paper pack, so it just comes together quickly. And that's why I thought, you know what, this is almost like a hoax. I really can I call this a process video when it's so simple? But you know what? I really do want you guys to take away from this that simple can be beautiful. You don't necessarily have to have every single embellishment or bit of bling or whatever. I do layouts that don't have all that on there as well. I know I love me some bling. I love me some shine. But I also like to get back to basics. And when it comes to earthy toned papers, I don't want the bling. When I see this kind of, these papers coming together, it's just, I don't know why, but they just make me feel like I'm home. I know that sounds weird, but it makes me feel like I'm home. I know these pictures have nothing to do with gum leaves or anything like that, but for me, it reminds me of my grandmother's place and you know, the gum trees out the back and, you know, a cold day. And I remember when we used to live in Rathdowney, it was cold. Holy Moses, it was chilly. I remember so vividly that, you know, my nana used to, because my nana raised me for years, and it was a situation where it was cold. Like, we had a wood stove at that point, and I'm only 46 by the way. I'm 47 next month. And we had a wooden stove, and I absolutely loved my porridge from the wooden stove. Everything was better with the wooden stove. And these papers, just for some reason, they just remind me of that, and it's comforting. So I didn't want to go over the top with it, but I knew that I wanted to use a photo that was comforting and cute and blessed. And that's when I pulled out my photo of my little chihuahua, Lexi. Now, she gives me grief like there's no other, but she is always one step behind me. Due to some autoimmune issues and stuff, I spend a lot of time at home, and which I love. I'm a homebody. I absolutely love that. And my Lex is always one step behind me. Always. Whenever I'm scrapping, she's in the craft room with me. If I'm in the kitchen, she's in the kitchen with me. She never gets under my feet though. I know that sounds strange, but she's like a sheepdog. She's always one step behind me, and she's always with me. Can always rely on her 100%. And there's no way anyone would ever get to me because she is always there. And she's a good little attack dog. She might be a chihuahua, but she'll go ya. It's you know, she's one of those. But to me, she's comfort, and she's at home. She's my homie. I just love it. So that's what I was feeling when I was scrapping these lots of paper, this collection. I think they're stunning. I only bought the 6x8 paper pad because as you know, I don't like to stay on a collection for too long, but last year, 2020, one of my favorite paper collections was the Simple Stories Indigo Garden collection, and this one this one is just as stunning. I absolutely love it. And these foam stickers, you can see me here, I'm peeling off the foam from behind them because I didn't want lots of bulk, but I wanted the flowers because they matched perfectly. So I just peeled the foam off, and I'm just going to glue, like, create a sticker with it. And I did add a little bit of glue behind that. Now, normally with your Simple Stories, you do not have to, under any circumstances, add any glue because they're sticky, right? They go down, they don't move. But for some reason, that word blessed, I think from memory, I had already taken it off the plastic and then put it back on the plastic. And I think that's why it wasn't quite as sticky. So it was me, it was not the product. Now, I bought mine from Crazy Craft Obsession. I know they still have some in stock. So if you're interested in this collection, it is earthy, it is warm, it is just stunning. I wanted to show you with this layout that you can create a beautiful 12 by 12 layout with a 6 by 8 paper pad. You can see that I've cut those floral pieces. I've just cut some strips. I've joined those 2 bits of wood. You can't even see the join in the middle. I did distress the edges because I thought these papers were very much open to being slightly distressed. Not to the point of ridiculous. And I wasn't going to bring any mixed media into this. I wasn't going to bring any inks at all. And these little butterflies, I fussy cut them out of that sheet that you can see next to me. And that's just I literally, everything that I've used on this layout has come from the 6 by 8 paper pad. So if you have got a tiny space to scrapbook, 6 by 8 paper pad, don't dismiss them. If you're a 12 by 12 scrapper, trust me, they do work. Now, the pen that I'm using is Creative Memories Earth Tone. I think it's Earth Tone pen. Look, it is like 15 years old, 16 years old. So I'm sure their pen colours have changed. But as you can see, the old CM products, mate, they go and go and go. They're like an Ever Ready bunny. And if you're overseas and you don't know what an Ever Ready bunny is, Google Ever Ready bunny. You won't get anything weird, trust me. It's an Australian brand of battery, and years gone by, they used to put them in these little robot bunnies, and all the other brands would stop, but the Ever Ready bunny would just keep on going. So that's what these pens are. They're my Ever Ready bunnies. They just keep going forever and ever. I am doing a couple of lines on my border because I'm really loving that at the moment. So that's why I'm going to keep doing it where it's possible, where I think it's going to work. Now, these colours are, I'm having a quick look to see if, I was debating whether to go around the colour, the grey colour that is on top of the wood. I was thinking, should I go around that with the colour that I've got here? And then I went, no, stop, just leave it, stop. And I did do my journaling on here because it's part of what will make the page all come together. So I did do my journaling. It's nothing too personal. So I did that, and I was sort of thinking to myself, this is like a hoax. This is crazy. Can I really put this page up as a layout process video? But then I thought, you know what? I can. Why not? And it was at this point that I pulled out the 49th and Market. These guys, there's some really cute, it's the oh, what do they call it? I've forgotten what it's called off the top of my head, but I'm using the enamel dots. Anyway, they coordinate beautifully with this paper, so I figured that I would, oh, I had to go around because I only very lightly tacked the paper down because I wasn't sure that that's where I was going to leave it in the end. So I went around with my glue just to make sure that nothing was going to lift off and it was definitely glued down properly. This is when I went, I really do want the border to be just a little bit darker. So right on the very, very edge, I've used a bit of Distress Oxide Vintage Photo and it pulls the page together perfectly. So I absolutely love it. Let me know what you think. I do take it to just right here. I do a little bit of splatting. Now, I do not, sorry about my phone there. I was on a FaceTime call. I do a little teeny tiny bit of splatting. I'm not a splat fan, you know I'm not, and this is why. I just wanted something. See how many came down the bottom there? They're like, and I got it on my photo, and that is why I don't like splatting once my photos and stuff are down. Oh, but it's okay. It just added that little bit of interest. It just had to take away the stark whiteness from those two top and bottom white bits. So this is my layout, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the fact that it's just simplicity and it's just working perfectly. You can see those two florals at the top there. I've peeled the foam off. See how they're sitting flat? That's what I wanted them to do. I find sometimes it's a bit thick. I don't mind it behind the title. That's fine. And you can see the butterflies that I've cut out. The little wings are popped up. So normally I would have added some liquid pearls or something between, like running down the spine, but this was a neutral layout. I wanted it to be earthy toned, neutral, not too shiny. So I absolutely love it. Thank you so much for watching, and please like, subscribe, leave me a comment, all that fun stuff. And hopefully by the time you see this, we will have our competition going. Thank you so much for watching. I'll chat to you soon. Bye for now.